So we got Keith Thurman, who was a two-time champion, had the WBC and the WBA belt, was elevated to WBA Super in 2017, then held on to his belts before that. It was all these injuries and ended up getting stripped of his WBC and ended up losing his WBA to Manny Pacquiao. But before that, it seemed like Keith Thurman was on top of things, man. Good fights he was giving us. Was kind of like on his diva shit as well. He's kind of was doing like what Errol's doing now when it comes to him. Talking about, he got to prove himself and all this other stupid shit. But, excuse the noise, man. He doing some tree work out here. But Keith Thurman, man. The fall of Keith Thurman. How did he go from two-time champ, all the way down to reduced to potentially fighting Gervonta Tank Davis, man? Before that, seemed like he was begging for fights. It's kind of sad, man. It's almost like a person that was wealthy, and then he lost all his money, man. You see him outside holding a cup, asking people for change, man. It's almost like that, man. But it's talks of Gervonta Tank Davis and Keith Thurman. Not really sure what that fight really does for Keith Thurman. I don't know, man. Keith Thurman has a pretty good, he fought some pretty good fighters, man. His resume is pretty solid. It would do a lot for Tank Davis' resume, though, if they was to ever fight. And it's looking like Leonard Ellerbe is saying he's hinting at it, so I don't know what's going on, man. They got Tank all over the fucking place, man. They just won't keep this boy still and let him, because he's not going to be great moving like this, bro. I just don't think he's going to be a great fighter moving like this. But I don't want to make this video about Tank. It's about Keith Thurman. Him fighting Tank. It does really nothing for Keith Thurman, but gives him a bag. Where would they fight? What weight class? Would it be 147? Will Keith move down to 140? Because you just heard Leonard Ellerbe say before the Barrios fight that Tank ain't campaigning at 140 no more. That's what he said. You go back and look at the video. That's what Leonard Ellerbe said. So then you're willing to fight. You're willing to let Tank move up to 147 to fight Keith Thurman? Come on, man. I don't know. I don't know what the hell they doing. You got, like I said, you got all these fights at 135, man, and they moving him down there to fight Keith Thurman. They move him. They're potentially gonna move him to 147 to fight Keith Thurman. That's just nuts, man. First off, man, the fight between Keith Thurman and Tank. I think that's a man. I'll go as far as to say this, man. I think it's a pretty tough fight for Tank up until Tank probably touch him to the body. I think he's gonna hurt. He'll probably hurt Keith to the body. But I think Keith, if he learn how to recover from shit like that, I think he could probably beat Tank, man. Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea right now to put him in there with Tank, to put Thurman in there with Tank, man. Just not now. Not now. I don't think that's a good idea to do that. But it seems like the powers that be for Tank seem like they think it's a good idea. I think it's some good work for Tank Davis. I think he's too small for Keith, man. Do I think Keith can knock Tank out? He can hurt him, man. He can hurt Tank. Keith Thurman, I seen people commenting, the Tank fanboys. Oh man, he'll ice Keith Thurman. Keith is bigger than Barrios, and where's Keith Thurman bigger than Barrios? I believe Barrios is taller than Keith Thurman. He's not bigger than Keith Thurman, weight-wise at all. I just think Keith Thurman is way more skilled than Barrios, man. But See, here's the thing, y'all. We can't say we want to see Tank fight somebody and then say we don't want to see him get in the ring because he's not ready. I'm just saying I don't think Tank can beat Keith Thurman. That doesn't mean I don't want to see him fight Keith Thurman. You know what I mean? So I would love to see the scrap. I just don't think he beats Keith. I don't think it's like a good idea for him to, like, meaning he's not going to beat him. No, it's not a good idea because I want him to fight who he's supposed to be fucking fighting. That's why. But we can't say, we want Tank to fight the best. Keith Thurman is one of the best. Keith Thurman was a real valid champion. So that would be a valid fight for Tank Davis. I think it's a dangerous fight, but I think a valid one nonetheless. So I don't know, man. Keith Thurman, man, I don't know. He's 32 years old. He's in his prime. Errol Spence in his prime. Terrence Crawford's in his prime. These dudes need to be mixing it up, and it's like, damn, bro, both of these dudes. You got Keith Thurman potentially gonna fight a goddamn a junior welterweight, or a super or a lightweight, and then you got, while he should be fighting welterweights, then you got Tank potentially gonna fight a welterweight when he should be fighting lightweights. Shit crazy, man. Unbelievable. But anyway, let me know what you think. Drop a comment, like and subscribe. Catch y'all later, man. I'm off this.